If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please remember to hit that like button and of course subscribe for more content. And if you need any coins for Ultimate Team to get a head start on the game, head to the link in the description. Use the code TVM for a discount at checkout. What is going on, guys? Tim here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Road to Glory. This is the team that we're going into Weekend League with. I don't know how, but I think I want a little bit of a change going into next week. Of course, we have rewards. We'll have Weekend League. We'll have Rank 1 Division 3. Can't quite remember what Rank 1 Division 3 is. Next week, hopefully, we'll have Rank 1 Division 2. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, the week after, we might have Division 1. Probably not, but we'll try. Maybe. I'm hoping... Not that I deserve it, mind you, but I'm hoping that I get something I can use instead of Renato Sanchez this week. Because even though Renato Sanchez is a good player, I feel like he is the oddball in this team. Everyone in this team, in terms of like value, just value at its base level, everyone in this team is worth so much more than what Renato Sanchez is worth. We've picked up an 800 coin player as our purchase player in the middle of the park. I have had him first owner several times, actually, and just sort of binned him off in upgrades or whatever. But, yeah, it's one of those things where I'd like to upgrade him if possible. I'm not sure about the defence either. Trent has been good, but I would love to pack Andy Robertson from rewards, and it's not even that sort of a crazy request, really. He's only like 30k or something. So my first game, unfortunately, we lost. The second game, unfortunately, we lost. And the third game that you're about to see, we lost as well. So you could say, well, it's not going very well then, is it? Well, no, these three games in particular were very bad. And this was the start of a new session. I've had sort of mini sessions. I said to you my plan was to do 5 wins in blocks of 3 and then to get to goal 3 and be done with it, right? Well, that was my plan. Unfortunately, it doesn't go that way. When you think, oh, well, I've now got to go play 5 games, for some reason, I just assumed I was going to win 5 games. I knew that wasn't going to happen, but when I thought in my head, oh, I'll do blocks of 5, my brain was like, well, we're going to play blocks of 5. So after the 5 games, we were 3 and whatever we were. I'll show you in a second. It didn't really, it was a bit of an eye-opener, really. But also, there's a turning point in this Weekend League. We were 9-1 going into the first of the 3 games here. Then, all of a sudden, we were 9-4 after this game here. Because, unfortunately, we concede in the 120th minute, and then we lose on penalties. Because I cannot take penalties. I am awful at taking them, and I can't save them, and there we go, we lose. So we are currently 9-4. We've gone from being 9-1, elite form, to 9-4, probably just gold 1 form. Then we go into this game. This was the turning point. I will remember this game for as long as the system works, I guess. So first 20 minutes, normal. We win a penalty, bit of a dodgy one. We score it somehow, and then almost moments later, he scores a rebound, and we are back to our old tricks again. And then he's played through literally 2 seconds after we lose the ball from kickoff. He goes in, he scores, and we are 2-1 down. And all of a sudden, I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm stopping at silver 1. As soon as I get my 3 wins, I am done. And I'm not going any further because this is a nightmare. We score with Mbappe. Then half-time. It's 2-2. We're not playing well. I haven't been playing well for 3 games, now 4 games, and I think, do you know what? It's time for a change. I noticed something. When I lose the ball, look at that, we're on 2 depth. When I lose the ball, there is no one there to engage. There is no one there to press. Having to go team press to sort of put any form of pressure on at all. So I went 7 depth, took off fast build-up, took Jota and Di Maria off stay forward, and allowed Renato Sanchez to roam in the midfield. And my God, did that make a difference. I was a different player second half. Honestly, I bet he thought this guy's handed the controller off. I had options, I had a high level of engagement, and I completely outdid him in the second half. He didn't have a sniff at goal. Couldn't get near it, because everything he was trying in the first half all of a sudden didn't work. Now, what you're thinking maybe is, well, potentially he was just trying to play as he was in the first half because everything was working, and in the second half, because you changed things, it took him by surprise and he didn't have a chance to sort of adapt to it. And yeah, you might be right. On that occasion, he might have not been able to adapt to it, and we might have just caught him off guard. Next game, though, I've altered the tactics. We are now dominating possession, as you've just seen in the drop-down, and we are 2-0 up. Scratch that. We are 3-0 up in 26 minutes. Now, this guy, unfortunately, wasn't particularly great. We ended up absolutely rinsing him. We played him off the park. But my point stands. As soon as I switched the formation... Nope. As soon as I switched the tactics and at a higher level of engagement and stopped rushing forward and just sort of playing it forward instead, we're still counter-attacking, and we're counter-attacking well, but we are playing it forward rather than just looking for that one long through ball and everyone bombing forward. What was happening at the very beginning of the game cycle, we are at the beginning of the game cycle, you know what I mean? At the very beginning when the game was released, the counter-attack 4 stay forward, 6 stay back was the way to play, because people couldn't defend, they didn't know what was going on, and all of a sudden, bang, you had 4 people in your face and you couldn't do anything about it, right? Well, now what we have is a situation where people have adapted to that. They know that's what the majority of people tend to do, so we have to adapt. There was a big gap in the midfield. People have changed far quicker than I have, and there's between the attackers and the defenders, there's just too big a gap. I am giving up possession far too easy. Having a higher line of engagement means that when we lose the ball, all of a sudden there's a wall of 5 or 6 players that they have to get past. Fair enough, if they manage to get through, I'm in trouble playing a high line. And if you play up against people like Mbappe, Ronaldo, and these speedy players, sometimes you can get caught. But I'm not that bad at defending at the moment. This weekend in particular, I've been defending very well. And I know I'm about to score my 5th here, and it gets worse for my opponent. Let's just say I would 8 to be him. 8-2. 8-2 be him. Anyway, yeah, I'm not scoring that many goals. I'm wasting chances. And I'm defending well. So that's how I've kind of got away with being, or we were 9-1. We were 9-4. Now, all of a sudden, we're 11-4. 12-4? I think now we're 12-4. Yeah, because we won that game to go 10-4. We got a rage quit. We've just got that one. Yeah. And then we came up against this guy. Now, I feel bad for this guy. He had a really basic Premier League team. Okay, he's got De Gea in there, but he just wasn't really at the races. This guy was making some really simple mistakes, and I was able to pick him off. And again, with the new tactic, he didn't have an awful lot of room in behind. Well, he did have an awful lot of room in behind, but he couldn't utilise it. But he couldn't get to the point to play the ball in behind. So there is a bit of a market situation in the comments. Someone's trying to set up their own eBay. I can't say your name, dude. I do apologise. Shard, maybe? He says, fellow PC users, does anyone have the Finland home kit? It's always extinct. Only the away kit is available on the market. Would obviously pay the full 5k. So if you do have it, please contact him and you can arrange to sort of list it and he can buy it. I'm not sure if I have it. I don't think I do. I tend to sell kits straight away because I'm likely to keep these kits for the rest of the game cycle. I like that goal. I was very lucky that it went in actually and the defender didn't catch it. I'm trying to perfect the chip a little bit more. The sort of the chip, the lob, whatever it may be, it's a very useful tool this year. I can't quite get the power right. Every time I do it, it just goes into the keeper's hands or it goes over the bar. Corners, I am starting to perfect my corner technique, if you will. If the opponent brings out the goalkeeper, we have problems. However, if they don't bring out the goalkeeper, it's good night Irene. Virgil van Dijk is going to get in there and he is going to score a banger. And this is the 8th goal. My opponent at this point was dead and buried, but who am I to deny myself an 8th? To be honest, it wasn't the case of I was just showing off. It was, genuinely, right, I was afraid, I was petrified, that we were going to concede 3 or 4 and all of a sudden he was going to be right on top of me and out of nowhere he would get the win or something. Until the game's done, I'm not, There is another change of tactic here. This guy was for the final win, right? So at the moment we are 13-4. This guy, good player, very good player. He was rinsing me. And as you see there, bottom left, I've gone ultra attacking. What is the ultra attacking? What is the ultra attacking tactic? I hear you say. Basically, it's constant pressure. This guy was Gegenpress 101. He would not give me a second to breathe on the ball. And I was finding it a little bit difficult to get out initially. Once we got out, it was easy to pick him off, right? Because look at this for a goal from Lucas. That is just magic. But once we got out of the back, he didn't have anyone there because he'd pressed me all the way up. So he had like 3 or 4 players back, but we had 6 or 7 running forward, so we were fine. But the problem I had was I couldn't get out from the back. I went constant pressure, and all of a sudden it neutralised his pressure. We were rinsing energy on our players. It was draining really, really quickly, so I did have a problem. But I liked it, and it worked, because it just sort of, it neutralised him completely. He didn't have an answer for it. I don't think he expected it. And it's probably one of the first times ever in Weekend League, really, or in FIFA, that I've been in the middle of a game, thought it through logically and gone, right, what will combat this? And in that game against Inter Yunnan, the game that changed the whole weekend for me, really, I did it. And then again later on against this guy, I did it again. And I'm very impressed with myself that I managed to win that game. We had more than enough games left to go on to get Gold 1. With what they've done with Rivals, it leaves me drained at the end of the weekend, basically. With the extension that we had, I was handed a gift, really. As you can see, I've got 5 hours left there, but it was very early in the morning at that point. It was like 2 a.m. and I still had to edit 3 videos. So I thought, you know what? Just going to call it a day. I'm happy to pick up rank 1 in Division Rivals if it means I can just get Gold 3. I mean, I do see the point in going further, 100%. But at the same time, I need to play 15, 20 games of Rivals before I start my Weekend League. And I can't be doing 20 games of Rivals, 30 games of Champs in 3 days, 4 days. It's just not logical. Doesn't make sense. Don't want to do it. So I'm happy to take Gold 3. I think Nep said something about it the other day as well. He said, it might even been yesterday actually, he said that the system for the red picks is outdated, and it has been for a couple of years now. The informs are behind where they need to be for this level of the game. Already you come up against Neymar, Mbappe, Ronaldo, and maybe you've got one of those in your team. Maybe you've got someone who, you know, like an Aguero or something. Maybe you've got a higher rated card. The chances of you packing a red pick that you actually need for your team is quite slim, because there's only maybe 2 or 3, 4 at best in the team of the week that actually that are worth picking up. Nearly every single card this week is discard, bar maybe 4. And the chances of you packing one of those 4 is very, very slim. So working for those picks isn't worth the stress that we used to put on ourselves. Now, we might as well just go and do Rivals, pick up the 55k packs, the 50k packs, or whatever division you're in, and just roll the dice with those, and then just sort of do objectives and SBCs to get the other packs to supplement, and maybe milestones to get the 100k packs and such. I am still going to play Champs, but I am only ever really going to go to Gold 3 unless one week I find myself in an abundance of time, because I just don't really see the point in it. But 14-4 this week, so much better than last week. So much better. I think last week we finished 14-10 because I had such a bad start. But the new tactics I'm liking. When the luck comes, I'll let you know, says Ghost. At the moment, he has not had anything decent. Alex says he's finishing Gold 3 with Kramaric, and he's been good for him. Richie's finished Gold 3. Really happy with the first Weekend League of FIFA 21. Nice one. AJ Robbo says he finished Gold 1 this week for the first time ever. Congratulations. Like I said, I could have definitely have done it this week. Unfortunately, I just didn't have it in me to play the rest of the games. You know, like I'd already played however many I played up until that point, and I just thought, you know what, I'm happy with that. Silver 1 totally bottled it the last 10 games. I've been there though. I have been there. I can't remember what FIFA it was. I was Silver 1. I literally needed 3 wins. I think I got my 2, and I had like 6 games to win 1. Completely nosed it up, finished Silver 1. I can't remember what FIFA that was. So yeah, Unbreakable Wit said, I had my best start ever, 15-5 with the 4-3-3-5 variation, then bottled it and finished 16-14. Yeah, that is harsh. That is very, very harsh. Like I said, tomorrow's episode, I am going to show you all the custom tactics for every... I only play 4-2-3-1. I don't really dabble in any other formation. Co-op is a bit different. We do play 4-1-2-2, and we switch into various things. But when it comes to just me by myself in Champs, and when I play Rivals by myself, and even Friendlies, I play 4-2-3-1, and I've got 4 variations of the 4-2-3-1. Tomorrow, we'll have like an 8-10 minute video. If there's any packs, I'll show you those. If there's an SBC that we're going to complete, then I'll do it as well. I need EA to drop something, because at the moment I'm just literally waiting for icons. But tomorrow will be custom tactics, and maybe a pack or two as well. Maybe I'll build some, I'll build some 2-player upgrades and we'll do those. And then of course on Thursday, we have the big rewards day. I know full well we've got a lot of 55k packs to come our way, because rank 1 division 3 gives you, I think untradeable, gives you like 4 55k packs or something crazy like that. So I'm looking forward to that. If you have enjoyed today's episode of The Road to Glory, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.